are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait, celebrating the Eid al-Fitr virtues. So today we'll talk about Eid al-Fitr. It's the festival that marks the end of the holy month of Ramadan, holds the profound significance for Muslims all around the world. It's a good thing about Eid al-Fitr, I mentioned it's abundance of good deeds and also blessings. So.
Indeed, Abdulaziz. This joyous occasion is a time of spiritual renewal, communal unity, the expressions of gratitude and also joy.
In this following report, we'll learn with you about the scenes from the celebration in Kuwait in the past of Eid al-Fitr. So let's watch it together about the history of Eid al-Fitr in the state of Kuwait.
Eid al-Fitr in Kuwait in the past was a time of a vibrant customs and a rich tradition that brought families and communities together in joyous celebration. The older generation in Kuwait observed this festive occasion with deep cultural significance and religious fervor. One of the unique aspects of Eid al-Fitr in old Kuwait was the emphasis of traditional dresses. People would adorn themselves in elegant clothing, reflecting the heritage and craftsmanship of the region. Traditional clothes for men will be dishdasha and for women is the dura'a, added a sense of a cultural pride to those celebrations. In the days leading up to Eid al-Fitr, Kuwaiti households bustled with activity as families prepared for the festive occasion. Special dishes and sweets such as lugaymat and qataif were lovingly crafted in kitchens, filling homes with tantalizing aromas. The spirit of generosity was evident as families exchanged homemade dishes with neighbors and friends. On the day of Eid, the sound of takbirat filled the air as individuals made their way to mosques for special Eid prayer. Families come together to attend the prayer and seek blessings for the year ahead. Following the prayer, children eagerly waited for the Eidiyah. Gifts of money or sweets given by elder family member as a token of love and gratitude. Eid al-Fitr in Old Kuwait was not just a time for personal reflection and celebration, but also a time for a solidarity. Neighbors would visit each other, sharing greetings and well wishes. The streets would be adorned with colorful decoration, and communal gatherings were organized to foster a scene of unity and togetherness. The essence of Eid al-Fitr in Kuwait in the past lay in the spirit of compassion, generosity, and family bonds. It was a time to be with the loved ones, extend a helping hand to those who are in need, and wait for the blessing bestowed upon them. The tradition and custom observed during Eid al-Fitr reflected the deep-rooted values of Kuwaiti society and the enduring importance of solidarity and community. As time has passed and Kuwait has modernized, some of these tradition practices may have evolved. However, the essence of Eid al-Fitr in Kuwait remains at a time of unity, reflection, and gratitude, where the values of the past continue to restone in the heart of the people, bridging the gap between generations and preserving the cultural heritage of the nation.
We are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait, celebrating the virtues of Eid al-Fitr. So Eid al-Fitr holds a significant importance among Kuwaitis as it marks the culmination of fasting month of Ramadan, a period of spiritual reflection, self-disciplines, and devotion for Kuwaits. And even the Eid al-Fitr is not just a religious holiday, but it's the cultural celebration deeply rooted in tradition and community values. So today we are pleased to welcome with us Dr. Ali Alnajadah. He is the spokesman of Expo 965, Team for Heritage and Heritage Exhibitions and Talented Kuwaitis. Hello and Eid Mubarak, Dr.
Eid Mubarak, Mr. Ali. It is I'm very happy to be here with you today, and I really appreciate your big smile.
Thank you so much. Your eyes are also beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us today in our episode for Eid al-Fitr. Today, because you know, the good thing about Eid al-Fitr is the abundance of good deeds and also blessings.
Exactly.
Especially the first days.
Exactly.
So I know, because you are the official spokesman for Expo 965, we always want to know about the history and tradition of Eid al-Fitr, the virtues and tradition in Kuwait. Especially the first days. I know it was simple that time. So
in the past it was very, very simple, but it was very joyful also.
Nice.
Because people, they are happy, because people who lived through the month of Ramadan, they feel that they are spiritually have been lifted up, and they hope and pray for the forgiveness of God, and the Eid becomes, it's like the reward for them after fasting for 30 days, praying and asking God for everything, any and everything that they have in mind for themselves, for their kids, and for their family, for their present time and for the future. So when they reach the first day of the Eid, they are eager to go for the Eid prayer, and usually it takes place most of the time not inside the mosque but outside the mosque, okay, in what they call open air. That's one thing. After that they go back home, and when let's say the head of the household goes back home, especially if he has boys. 2 or 3 boys, even if they are kids, he take them to the Eid prayer, will go home, and usually the mother is preparing a very delicious. Breakfast. Of course, there is no croissant and there is no...
for sure, like, you know, the good thing, Dr. Al-Nijada, now we know, like, the breakfast of Eid is balalit. It was the same like before or different? No,
it's different. I mean, in the past, there will be what we call it balalit with eggs. Which is something like the noodles, okay, thin noodles. It's cooked or boiled, and then they mix it with sugar and saffron and cardamom, and they put eggs. It's like not scrambled, but eggs. And there is also what we call it darabil, halwa, cake, milk with tea. And there are a lot of, you know, very delicious and food with good smell.
I already tried before I came to the studio today.
Oh, good.
That's why I see my energy today.
Me too. That's the breakfast. Of course, for some people, they also have rice and they have meat, or they, eat what we eat in lunch. They eat it, for breakfast. So that's just, you know, a different taste for different people.
So this is the first time after the Eid prayers, this is like we call it the tradition, which is like greetings, exchange the greetings.
Exactly.
And also to congratulate everybody about after the first day of Eid al-Fitr. And let's talk about the customs and tradition clothes. Now you see during these days, especially before the end of, like at the last 10 days of the holy month of Ramadan, people go buying shops, they like buying traditional clothes, preparing for Eid. What was the old generation doing? Also the same?
It was the same. I remember that when I was a kid, that my father will take me to the tailor, and usually we go to buy or they buy for us the fabric. But I remember that my father and mother, before they buy the fabric for us, depending on whether it is winter clothes or summer clothes, they ask us about the color that we prefer.
Okay.
And of course, they have also a saying in it to kind of complement our complexions or color.
Okay.
And also we buy a shoes or a sandal, and they take us to the barber shop to cut our hair. And usually they take the fabric to the tailor before the month of Ramadan, toward the end of Sha'ban, or maybe the first few days of Ramadan, and get the clothes. So it was a happy time for us to wear a new dishdasha, a new sandal or shoes, and to have what we call it, gahfiya or tagiya. That was something very joyful for us. And we will be walking out in the street and showing our neighbors, look at my clothes, look at my shoes, look at... And something, another thing that is very, nice that I remember, that before I go home, I will go to my mother, kiss her hand, kiss my father, and they will give me the idea.
For sure, idea is the joyful for the Eid occasion.
Exactly.
But that time they give idea for old and kids, or not like nowadays they give only for kids?
I was a kid. I don't care about they give it to the old people or not, but I believe that they have something to give it. Especially the husband usually will honor his wife with the idea. Okay, it could be a gift, it could be money, it could be a piece of gold, it could be something that resembles his love and respect. And his care to his wife. And usually the man will leave the house after breakfast and will go first to relatives and also go to neighbors to congratulate them for the Eid. Sometimes they have like a diwaniyah in the neighborhood where the people will get together. I mean the adult people will get together in the diwaniyah, and they exchange their congratulations for the Eid. For us, the children, usually we get together. Either if we are brothers and sisters, let's say from the same house, we will go out and knock on the doors for the neighbors and say Eidkum Mubarak, and hope that they will give us
ideas,
some money. During that time, I remember, if they give us 20 fils or 50 fils, that's
huge money,
huge
amount of money.
I mean, for 15 fils, I could go to the what you call it, the baqala or the shopping center, not shopping center,
small mini supermarket,
small mini
grocery market.
I could buy a soft drink and get a piece of either biscuit or something sweet for 5 fils, and 15 fils for the soft drink. 50 fils that could bring me a nice sandwich and soft drink.
It's a good meal.
It's a good meal. And by the end of the 3 days, I will be probably collecting a kg and a half to 2 kgs, and sometimes if I'm lucky, I'll collect 2 kgs and a half.
And now it's time to spend the ideas and to give the kids. Now the generation is different than before. You see now the different, like the good thing, I noticed like during these days, even the family stuck with the old tradition, but they put it like modern things, touches on it.
Yes.
We notice like the links and the kind of tradition, people wearing the traditional costume.
Yes.
You notice like this.
Yeah, I noticed that, and it's still done for both boys and girls, the kids, and also for men and women. It's what some people believe that they dress or they buy a new dress. It's as if they are thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He made them live to that day, and they want to start a new year. Okay, they lived through the Hijri year, the end of Ramadan, the Eid, and now they are, coming to live another year. So they would like to start it with joy, with happiness, with new clothes. Again, not all people may have enough money to buy for everything. So sometimes what they do, they just wash their clothes, clean it, and put some sort of perfume on it, dihn al-oud or amber, to make it smell good. And still, as long as it is clean clothes, looking good, it's not torn it's fine. I mean, people.
It's fine and joyful and happy, and this is the most thing about the good thing about Eid al-Fitr is that I told you it's like the time for gather everybody to exchange the greetings. So we spoke about the tradition, and what about the practices? I know, like we know the Eid prayers, then exchange the greetings. There's any other tradition people doing, especially during Eid al-Fitr?
Yeah. First, they have the Eid lunch.
Yes.
Okay, and some will go, like, you know, the young people will go their grandparents to greet them. If they are, if let's say the grandparents have number of children, male and female children, then most likely either they will get together on the first day in their great or in their grandfather or their, let's say, in the grandfather's house to have a meal, to share a meal. And sometimes what they do, each family will bring something to the table in order to make it easy for the grandmother to prepare food, because during that time we didn't have housekeepers to help, or maids to help with the cooking. So the women, they get together and they cook the meal and fix it for everybody.
And also we call this, this is something every time we use it, like we call it in Kuwait is accent al-Bayt al-Oud.
Exactly.
So the house for elderly people.
big
From
house.
that time until today, it's the same habit, same
It's
tradition.
still the same. It's still the same. Usually the first day or the second day, that depends. Okay. Sometimes what happened, the first day they meet in the big house or the grandparents' house, and the second day, let's say the sons who are married and the daughters who are married will go to their other families. Let's say the wife's house or the husband's house to celebrate with them the Eid.
Yes, this is the good thing. This is like the old habits, but still remains until today the same joyful, but with a different now that because modern distributing and even the exchange are different. But what about, we call it we shows to the viewers about Eid breakfast, balalit and cakes and darabil. So usually in lunch it will be like a rice, majboos, right?
Exactly. Most likely it will be meat.
Yes.
Most of the time meat. If not, they eat chicken. But one thing that I want to bring to your attention and to the viewers' attention, that in the past, and still some people practice it, they go and shake hands and kiss each other and do it in person.
Yes.
Nowadays they are more now with the new technology. Okay, they are sending their greetings through messages, and I would really love to see people go back to the same old tradition, doing it face by face and shaking hands and hugs and so forth, because it has more of a personal touch. That's probably one of the traditions that we are slowly losing it, and I hope that it goes back, because it makes people join and feel the love to each other. And also, let's say if there are any misunderstandings, bad feelings between people, then all of that will be dissolved with the shaking hands and with the first day of the Eid.
Amazing that you finish it in very well said.
Thank you.
It's the good opportunity people to gather. If there is any problem between two persons, it's the good time to relieve and clear everything, just to start a new page.
Exactly.
We can say all the time, Dr. Alnajadah, good times run very fast.
I know.
We didn't fill the time. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you. Thank you for taking your busy schedule to join us today to celebrate with everybody about Eid al-Fitr. Thank you so much.
It's always my pleasure, and I wish you and everybody, the cast here and the viewers, happy Eid.
Thank you so much. So special thanks and appreciation to our guest, Dr. Ali Nejadah. He's the official spokesperson of Expo 965, Team for Heritage and Heritage Exhibitions and Talented Kuwaitis. Now let's go to this first break. We'll continue your show. Good morning, Kuwait. Stay tuned.